Table Mountain forms part of the Table Mountain National Park and is home to a large array of fauna and flora, most of which is endemic. The park forms an integral part of the city of Cape Town, while being declared one of the 7 wonders of the world, as well as an UNESCO World Heritage site. It remains a top tourist attraction that draws tourists from across the globe. Cape Town is expecting a bumper tourist season, with even more visitors expected this festive season than last year. Our team in Cape Town spoke to the area manager for Table Mountain National Park, Gavin Bell. Let's take a listen into what they had to say.
Table Mountain National Park is a special national park. It's in the middle of a city, surrounded by the urban area, and it extends from where we're standing here on Signal Hill, with Table Mountain and Lions Head behind us, the whole mountain chain right the way through to Cape Point. So we're in extent of about 26,000 hectares, and we're largely open access. So we don't have a fence like your traditional national parks. There are 1 or 2 areas that are closed, Cape Point with a fence around it, and boulders with the penguins, for example, for specific reasons around the animal management there. But largely open access, so you can walk into the park without having to pay. But with that comes huge impacts to the park with the massive numbers of visitors that we have. So we do ask that people please do comply with the rules and regulations of the park when they're doing the activities. And the activities, there are lots of people doing hiking, jogging, trail running, people coming in and doing horse riding. Where we stand, this is close to a paragliding site in the park, mountain biking. But with that comes the responsibility of using the park in a sustainable way. So we ask that people don't have any impact in the park, for example, making fires where they shouldn't, littering where they shouldn't, or removing any plants, animals, or disturbing those. What we do over this time, because we have this huge influx of visitors to the park, so we double up and increase our patrols of staff on duty. We've got our visitor safety staff and rangers that are on patrol. We also have patrol dogs. So those increase. We employ a large number of temporary staff that come and assist. And they largely help with traffic flow and parking, which is a safety issue because we want to make sure everybody gets to their destinations safely and no accidents. We have our volunteer groups that assist in the park, for example, the honorary rangers. They come assist and help with patrols and management of our visitors and flow of traffic. And then we work very closely with the various law enforcement agencies in Cape Town. So it's with the South African Police, with the city law enforcement, because we can't just do it on our own. We have this city surrounding us. So it's a multi-pronged strategy that we use, and we pull in as many resources as we possibly can to deal with it, to deal with the safety issues. We do encourage people that when they come into the park, especially if they're going for hikes, etc., not to walk on their own, to rather go in groups of 3 or 4 or more, and to let somebody know where they're going. It's very important. You don't be walking on and you trip and you fall and you hurt yourself or break something, and then you're stranded there, and then you get a day like today, which is actually cold and rainy, and as you go up it gets, the weather does get more extreme, and you don't want to be stuck up there in mist and cloud. So take somebody with you, and make sure you've got the right gear when you're walking, because it can be a beautiful warm day, and as you go up Table Mountain the weather changes and it can get quite dangerous. Everything is really, really dry. Every bit of rain we get is appreciated. So on a day like today, we've got some drizzle and cloud, and it makes a huge difference for us, not just maybe the streams start flowing a bit and get some water into the dams, but in terms of cooling things down, because with the drought and everything being so hot and dry, we are prone to runaway fires, which is obviously a risk to everybody in Cape Town, residents and visitors alike, whether it's smoke inhalation or the heat. And the park, we're very fortunate that we got a massive conservation program where we spent hundreds of millions of rands removing pine trees and gum trees, your alien invasive plants that are extremely flammable, they're high fire risk. But there are areas in the peninsula where There are still pines and gums there, so they pose a huge fire risk, and they burn extremely hot. They burn very hot. So in such conditions, we would definitely encourage people not to be making open fires. If you're going to braai, always please do it in a designated area. And obviously, fighting fires without water, and the restrictions and the pressure drops that we're experiencing to save on water makes it very difficult to fight fires because we don't have water. We're fortunate we've got the sea around, so the choppers can use the water out of the sea, but our firefighters with the engines, etc., and the tanks and the pumps, that becomes a problem when we can't fill those up because of the water pressure. So, and people's livelihoods and their lives are at stake. So we ask that people take extreme care in this fire season, and also to save on water. Where we all can, we must all do our bit, and hopefully we can get some more rain.